Hi, middle schooler. It's good to see you on here. For our third lesson, we're going to look at cinquains. So the very first thing we're going to look at is what a cinquain poem is. Cinquain is short. It does not rhyme. It's Japanese style, just like haikus, and it actually originated in 1909. Now, although cinquains are usually short, they are not as short as a haiku. So it's usually going to have more than 3 lines. All right, let's move into the format of a cinquain. So first of all, it's going to be 5 lines. In the first line, you're going to use your title, and that's going to be a noun. So it's going to be a person, place, or thing. And it's going to be 2 syllables. So you're going to start with just one word, 2 syllables. In line 2, you're going to use a description, and that's going to be 4 syllables. And remember, syllables are going to be syllables. It's the different sounds within a word. In line 3, you're going to use an action, so that's going to be 6 syllables. Line 4 is going to be a feeling, and that's going to be usually in the form of a phrase, and that's going to be 8 syllables. And our very last one is going to be repeating the title, but it's going to be using a synonym, which means it's going to be using a word that means exactly the same thing, but it's going to be a different word. And that's going to be 2 syllables. So again, that pattern is 2 syllables, 4, 6, 8, and then back to 2. And again, a reminder of your lines. Line 1 is going to be the title of your poem, and that's going to be using a noun, then description, action, feeling, and a synonym for the title. All right, I'll give you just a second to jot that down. If you need to, just go ahead and press pause on the screen so you can write down your notes. And moving forward, we're going to take a look at some examples. So, tell me what the title of our poem is. That's right, it's baseball. It's going to be in the very first line. All right, here we go. Baseball, baseball, bats, balls, helmets. There's my 4 syllables. And remember, bats, balls, helmets. What is that describing? Is that describing action? Let's go back again and let's see. Oh, it's supposed to be a description. So my description can be nouns or equipment, but in other parts it can be maybe an adjective or a verb. All right, so let's go back to the beginning. Baseball. There's my title, 2 syllables. Bats, balls, helmets. 4 syllables, and it's my description. Okay, now here comes the action, and I can see that it's action with my ing words. And this is going to be 6 syllables. Hitting, fielding, pitching. Okay, and again, with action, it's a lot easier to use ing words with this. The greatest game in the whole world. The greatest game in the whole world. And again, this is going to be, the 4th line is going to be where I'm saying my feelings, and I'm putting my feelings down. And then the very last word is going to be my title, but it's going to be a different word for my title. So this author chose action because they were describing baseball as action, and that's going to be noun. Okay, let's see some examples here. Ice cream. There we go. It's the title and it's 2 syllables. Cold and yummy. Oh, perfect. Now this is a description of ice cream, and it's different compared to that baseball poem that we just read because it's using adjectives. And in the one that we just read about baseball, it was using equipment. It was using nouns, things. So that's a little bit of a difference, but they both do the same thing. Ice cream, cold and yummy. Licking, licking, it's sweet richness. Okay, so licking, it's sweet richness. Again, that's showing action, even though the words that come after licking are an adjective and a possessive and another adjective, or pardon me, a noun. It's richness. Okay, and let's move on. It makes me feel so much cooler. Again, it makes me feel goes to show they're showing their feelings in the fourth line. And then refreshed. So for the very last line, they're not saying something like gelato and describing ice cream in a synonym way like that. It's actually just using a different word for ice cream. Refreshed is what it makes them feel. So they're going to use that as their synonym. All right, let's try another one. Puppy, ornery, naughty, growling, jumping, chewing. A playful bundle of trouble. Boxer. Sorry, boxer. All right, so again, like let's look at the first and last line, puppy and boxer. A boxer is a type of puppy, so it's just a different word for a kind of puppy. Ornery, naughty, again, that's description, and that time they're using adjectives. Growling, jumping, chewing, you can see those ing words that are showing action. A playful bundle of trouble, that's the writer's feelings on a puppy. All right, our very last example, penguin, black, white, waddling, swimming, leaping, a tuxedo in the cold water, frozen. All right, there is something wrong with this poem. Can anybody see it? Which line is it in? Yep, it's in the second line. Black, white, black, white. How many syllables is that? Yep, it's 2 syllables. How many syllables is it supposed to be? Absolutely, it's supposed to be 4. So this line is not exactly right. So this author would need to fix theirs. But it is a description, which is good. Okay, so we are going to be moving on to our packet, but before we do, I just want to point out that these are things in nature as well. Penguin, puppy. Now, ice cream is totally different, and baseball is totally different. So even though a lot of times cinquains will be about something in nature, it's not like a haiku where almost everyone is. You can definitely be describing something else. So you could do one on 2K20, or you could do one on being quarantined and shelter in place and things like that. Okay, so now it's your turn. You're going to go ahead and take out your poetry packet and you're going to draft 2 different cinquains. Remember that you can always open up a Google Doc that you can share with me so that I can give you immediate feedback. All right, have a great time writing. Bye, middle schooler.